What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. In this video, we're gonna actually go ahead and talk about how to trade liquidity grabs and how to spot them, and how I was able to actually catch two setups on GU and US30 last week, which I actually was able to make money off of. Also, guys, if you're looking for a reliable, trustworthy broker to currently trade on, Sway Markets offers literally the best services right now. And that's who I'm currently trading with and where I currently have a lot of capital. Now, the link is in the description below. So if you do want to click on that and create yourself an account, you can. And literally, guys, they have amazing tight spreads, literally to nothing. And the withdrawal process is just immaculate. You get your money within 24 hours once you withdraw it. And the deposit literally only takes about like 1 to 2 minutes, literally. So it is very, very quick and a very trustworthy platform. So I do recommend you guys use it. If you do want to get locked in with this broker, the link is in the description below. So make sure to click on that and create yourself an account. So let's go ahead and actually jump right on the charts and go ahead and break this down for you guys. All right, guys. So this is the breakdown video. We're actually going to go ahead and start out with Gbpusd. And this is the liquidity grab setup that I did take last week. And if I remember correctly, this was on Friday. And we did take US30, I believe, on Tuesday. Now, this trade here was particularly just amazing on GU. It had a lot of confirmations, and I'm going to go ahead and show you guys exactly what I mean. Now, first things first, what I like to do when I am looking at the charts and when I first wake up in the morning is go ahead and take a look at the higher time frame, just to get an idea of what zones we're possibly hitting on the higher time frames, right? Now, first thing that I did notice though was that here we on the 1 hour time frame on GU, we actually were tapping into a 1 hour demand. Now, automatically after seeing that, my bias for the day was immediately bullish as we were tapping this 1 hour demand. Even though it is a low probability demand going towards the EMA, it is still a demand. It's still a gap. It's still a demand with a gap with obviously a breakage structure there. Now, what I did was now go down to the 15-minute time frame, start looking to see if potentially we could be getting into setups for buys, essentially. Right now, nothing was really showing up for me on the 15-minute time frame. Since I don't take any entries either on the 15, I wasn't too worried about it either. Now, I did go down to the 5-minute, and I saw that obviously on the 5-minute we were very, very bearish, obviously, right? So we had to have some type of confirmation to see, okay, where are we going to be heading for the day, as we did have a supply sitting right at the top here on the 5-minute. So if anything, that was an indication immediately as to where my targets could possibly be for the day. So immediately I would go ahead and actually mark that off, where my targets could possibly be for the day, especially that the higher time frame is bullish, right? Which means that I am ignoring the signs of any selling on the 5-minute. Now, what we did actually start getting here was obviously that price created a low here for the New York session. Essentially, what I was waiting for is for price to come back to this area to actually tap and grab liquidity to take the move up, right? Now, we know that obviously this green line that is right here is that 1 hour demand that I was talking to you guys about. So let's go ahead and take a look to see what happened. And obviously we tapped into the zone. We immediately rejected from it. I entered the position right here. And guys, my stop loss was put right below the zone, right here. Always right below the zone. And my targets were here at a 1 to 3 risk to reward ratio, which was about 22 pips overall on that trade. Now, if you can see, all I did was actually decide to hold the setup. Now, I know that this setup was a 7 pip stop loss, but essentially that's still not a full loss for me. So I was willing to actually take a loss on that setup, understanding why I was holding the trade based on the higher time frame confirmation. That's why it's important to trade with double, you want that higher time frame confirmation because it gives you an additional boost to the direction that it needs to head to. All right, so essentially what happened with this trade, let's go ahead and actually play this out for you guys. Boom, we were in a little bit of drawdown. Price came back to break even a couple of times and then decided to obviously start pushing up right afterwards. as I told you guys, with that higher time frame confirmation, our full targets were hit, and it was an amazing trade. All right, so with the second setup here with US30, essentially it was the same idea. Now with liquidity grab setup, the main important thing that you do look for is an area of equal lows or equal highs. And that's exactly what I was looking for here with US30. Now, as always, I usually go to the 1 hour time frame. On Tuesday, I was on a 1 hour time frame taking a look. Didn't see anything that really alerted me to tell me that we were heading a specific direction on the 1 hour time frame. So I was definitely fine with that. Now going down to the 15-minute time frame next, I was actually trying to see any areas where I could get some type of confirmation that price may want to continue to go up. Now, as I've said in with the previous setup, even though it is a low probability demand, it will still be considered a demand zone because price can still tap that area and reject off of it. So you still have to consider that. Now, with the 15-minute time frame, we obviously see that clear as day, we were tapping into a 15-minute demand. I went back down to the 5-minute time frame because essentially that's where I typically look to go ahead and take my setups from, take my entries from. And taking a look at that, we had an area of interest right around here. Now, I wasn't too concerned about this area at first. I was more waiting to see whether price was going to come out and take liquidity down here because I knew that obviously this area was liquidity. But I was just trying to read price action as it was printing with the candles, right? So essentially we came down, we tapped into this zone, and I immediately started noticing that we were consolidating around this zone. And I actually got into this trade a little bit late. It was right around, I believe, the next candle. Yep. It was right around this candle here. And I did enter the trade right here. And that's when I got full confirmation where I told myself, yes, I do believe that this area is an equal low and price is turning this area. And I do believe that this area is an equal low and price would reject off this area to continue to climb to go ahead and take out liquidity further up at the top. Now, though we did have obviously zones way up here on the 15, my target for the day was actually these highs here on the 5-minute time frame. So I had it set right here, and it was a 1 to 3 risk reward, 1 to 3, 4 risk reward as well, which was amazing. And just to go ahead and actually play this trade out for you guys, you guys can see, yes, after entering the trade, I did actually go into a bit of drawdown. I was actually scared at first. I'm not gonna lie, just because, like I said, just this was bothering me at the bottom. But I knew that we were coming off of a 15-minute demand, and that price essentially just had to, it had that little extra confirmation to go up. So I felt more confident with the trade. And I'm actually gonna go ahead and throw some clips for you guys that I do believe I did record this trade live when I did take it. And there you go. Price literally just did its thing. I decided to keep holding. We were rejecting off of the zone, and essentially we just get that one big push. And that was a 9:30 candle. At that point, guys, my stop loss was actually moved to break even, just because I knew that with the NYSE open, I did not want to get spiked out, but it did hit my TP. If I didn't have a TP on there, I probably would have gone for like literally a 1 to 6. But I'm happy with what I got from this trade. Yeah. But anyways, yeah, so essentially that was the setup here that I did take on US30. And that's how, guys, I was able to profit on both of these setups. So if you guys enjoyed this trade breakdown, make sure to leave a like, subscribe down below, comment, let me know what you guys want to see next. But I'll catch you guys here next video.